Raid Shadow Legends, Stu here. I'm about to go to sleep soon actually, but they came out with a late night for me about an update that they're doing right now. This is going to be live. If you log into the game in the next 30 minutes to an hour, this will actually be live. You'll be able to see all this stuff. You'll be able to participate. A whole bunch of new content in Raid Shadow Legends. So here we are. Marius is giving us the community manager, telling us greetings from Palarium. Teleria is on the brink of war. The ruins of an ancient civilization have been discovered recently, and hordes upon hordes of powerful glyphs fill the crypts and dungeons that lie beneath the crumbling temples. So these glyphs are going to add on to our substats, and these faction wars that we do, each day we have 12 attempts to go into a faction war, and when we lose, we don't lose the 12. We don't lose one of the attempts. We only lose it. We only use it when we actually win. So that's a great, fantastic thing that they added to it. You don't have to worry about whales or other people progressing much faster because everybody only has the same amount of attempts, and it's cool. It gives us new things and new content in the game. Also, there are some other quality of life improvements for our artifacts and accessories to increase them, which are phenomenal. So the major factions of Teleria cannot let such a valuable commodity go to waste and set out to lay claim to the ruined city. Rally your champions and join the faction war. So each faction war, here's what we have. New faction war. Faction war is a new game mode accessible by players level 6 and above. A new battle map with 12 crypts is made available to you. A single crypt for each faction. However, the number of crypts may increase in future as more factions are added to raid. So it's for each faction. It is for each individual faction. Each crypt consists of 21 stages, and every stage has 3 rounds, much like the campaign battles you see before. So each crypt has 21 stages. That's pretty far. 3 rounds for each stage. So I don't know. We won't be able to completely clear it out on the first go around. Maybe we'll have to wait till it comes back again, even if we beat each wave, each stage, because it has 3 rounds, and then if that counts as 1, we only get 12 keys, so we might not even be able to get to the very end until the second time we face it. Sounds like, kind of like, much like the campaign battles we've seen before. Faction war cycles last 6 days. Certain crypts are only available on certain days. The order of availability is automatically drawn up at the beginning of each cycle, and it is not set in stone, unlike Affinity Keeps, so it can switch. Currently, crypts are open in pairs. Note that no crypt can be open for 2 days in a row, so whatever crypts were available on the last day, whatever one we just ran, right? We know the next day those crypts will not be available because there's going to be 2 open each day. Faction war cycle. So crypt keys are required to fight faction war battles, and it's important to remember that every crypt key can only be used to access the corresponding crypt. So Bannerlords, crypt keys for Bannerlord's crypt. Each player gets 12 crypt keys available at the start of the day and cannot go over that limit. Okay, so we only get actually 12 crypt keys. I'm sure. I wonder if that's because they said 2 will be open. I wonder if that's 12 crypt keys for each, or if that's 12 total for the day, and then we get to pick what we're going into. But then it said the crypt keys are specific, so we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and log in and see on that. These keys are automatically refreshed when the crypt closes. So no matter how many keys you spent, you will always have 12 on the day. You always have 12 the next day to go through there. So spend your keys. There's no reason to hold them. Spend your 12 keys, do as well as you can, and then the next day you're going to get 12 more. So just use them. Always use them. You're going to get benefits from it. You're going to get those glyphs, and you're going to be able to upgrade your substat. So there's no reason not to. And then it says here, note, keys are not burned if you lose the battle. They are only spent if you win. So that's really nice. In addition to normal loot, you can earn stars by completing stages and meeting certain conditions, much like you do with campaign. The requirements are as follows. So to 1 star a stage in Crypts Faction Wars is just to complete it. And then 2 stars is to complete it with at least 3 champions as part of the battle and survive. And then 3 star to complete it with all 5 of your champions alive at the end, surviving. And then collecting a certain number of stars allows you to access awesome one-time rewards. So we get one-time rewards, kind of like we used to get one-time rewards in campaign, I guess. The bottom part of it, you get those one-time rewards as you get stars. Maybe this just gives you a one-time reward as once you 3-star it. So we get glyphs from there. So we do faction wars every day to get the one-time rewards, to get whatever rewards. I'm sure we'll get coin and whatever else, but we do it to get these glyphs. So the glyphs are powerful new items that can be used to enhance a specific substat of an artifact or an accessory. They can be obtained by beating crypt stages in the faction wars. To do so, you need to select the desired artifact and go to the enchantment tab. Go to the enchantment tab. From there, you can select the appropriate glyph and proceed to enchant your artifact. The glyph must fit the following conditions. So basically, if the glyph is a 4-star glyph, it can do a 4-star artifact or accessory. Right here, the glyph's rank is equal to or lower than that of the accessory. Rank 6 glyph cannot be used on a rank 4 glyph. So it has to be a higher, it has to be at least as high as whatever artifact you're doing. So if I'm doing a 5-star chess piece artifact, then I need a 5-star glyph, right? Or higher. The existing substats bonus is lesser than the maximum value obtained via the enchantment. So basically what we're going to do is how I've seen this. This has been in Summoner's Wars for a very long time. Basically, you just get to upgrade a substat. If I have +5 speed as my substat and I have this glyph, now I'm assuming this is how it works. We're going to get to see it in just a minute down here on the bottom here. They kind of show us a picture of it. It usually will say like +1 to +5 speed. Now, if it adds that +1 to +5 speed to my current 5 speed, then it can go from anywhere from 6 to 10, right? It adds 1 to 5. If it only rolled +2 and it made my speed from 5 to 7, and then I got another glyph just like it and I wanted to try my roll again, I could try my roll again and try to get that higher. It wouldn't add 1 to 5 again on top of that 7. It would just re-roll from your original 5 and it would try to get you a higher, to try to get you to that 10, try to get you to the higher mark. That's how it works in Summoner's Wars, and I believe that's how they kind of explained it would work here. So we'll see. Anyways, there's 2 new debuffs that sound really cool, Fear and True Fear. We're going to go back over the glyphs and accessories in just a minute when we go down. Don't worry. Some champions can conjure primal terror in the hearts of their foes. So Fear sounds pretty cool. Be it through magic or simply being horrific, to look at upon or frightening or frighteningly righteous. If a Fear debuff is successfully applied, it has the following effect. Fear. When a champion with this debuff uses a skill, there's a 50% chance that that skill will not activate and the champion will lose their turn. So that's pretty dirty. So I fear you. You try to use a skill, 50% chance that that skill will not even activate and you lose your turn. So you don't do anything. 50% chance you don't do anything. True Fear is when a champion with this debuff attempts to use a skill. There's a 50% chance that the skill will not activate and the champion will lose their turn and the skill they tried to use goes on cooldown. Okay, so I guess at least that's good. At least with just regular Fear, whatever skill you tried to use does not go on cooldown. You didn't even get a chance to use it and you just lose your turn. So with True Fear though, it goes on cooldown. You tried to use it, it didn't work, and you lose your turn and it goes on cooldown. So I want to see champions that have this. So we're going to have some new champions coming out soon, right? Unless the enemies just have this right now and we're going to get whacked with this Fear and True Fear. So interface changes. These are really nice. We have made several improvement adjustments to the artifact inventory in the effort to simplify and make it more convenient for all players. Players have been asking for this a lot. Players have really been asking for all these improvements to our artifacts. So here we have it. So to access it, you go in here and you see a whole new, look, we have artifacts, we have accessories, and then we have our glyphs here. And then to upgrade, okay, new artifact can be viewed by the tab, new tab. Okay, so it's just telling us the tabs here. Tabs, sell, right. New for using navigation. Upgrade an artifact, also slightly different. Now this is what I love. This is my favorite improvement out of all these quality of life right here. The ability to just say, hey, I want to take this artifact from 1 to 16, do it. Boom. Obviously, I'm going to take it from 1 to 8 first, see what the substats roll to. But then if it rolls 1 to 8, something favorable that I like, I'm going to tell it to go to 12, and then I'm going to tell it to go to 16. And I could tell it to go from 1 to 16 if I just know it's a great artifact and just walk away from my phone or my computer or whatever, get a drink, and it'll do it all the way up there, or until I run out of coin, of course. So that's great. I love that enhancement. Not enough resources, right, it'll stop. Okay, so the second artifact tab, upgrade menu, is enchantment, each C glyphs. Okay, so here we go. Here's an example of what I was talking about with the glyphs. Here's an attack, and then here's an attack glyph of 1 to 2%, right? So it's going to raise it from 6 to 7 or 8. Now, if it only raises it to 7 and we get another glyph that's exactly 1 or 2%, then it will try to raise it. It could roll 7 again, or it could roll 8, but it won't go again, add on. It won't keep adding on to where you just have a crazy amount of substat. That's not how these things work. It's not how they work in the Summoner's Wars. It's not how they're going to work here. Trust me, it would be too insane. So what else do we have? That looks like that's it. So the game update reward has been adjusted. Game update reward has been adjusted. You now get an arena token refill rather than just 3 arena token refills. Okay, so I guess you get full arena of 10. Significantly increase the damage dealt by Seer, Karma, Burn. Skill and faction filter has been added to the champion selection and to the tavern. We'll have to see how that filter is. Bug fixes. Let's see what we have. Bug fix for the multi-battle algorithm. Arena log. Fix the bug that prevented event rewards from being claimed. Fix masteries that incorrectly affected artifact applied debuffs. And fix the bug that prevented Skull Crown's resilient skill from triggering when she sustained reflect damage, and then numerous minor bug fixes. So that's it. Okay, so what do we have here? What's the takeaway? What's the big takeaway? New content. We have new content that we can do daily. So we have 12 entries into it. Use them. Don't keep them. They don't add up. So use them or lose them. You get 12 the next day. What else do we get from that? We get good rewards and we get glyphs. It's not taking this energy. It's just taking this stuff that we're getting here, these entries. So we don't have to use energy. We don't have to worry about resources. We just go in there, do our 12 per day, get our cool stuff, upgrade our artifacts and accessories we already have with their substats. We've got Fear and True Fear, cool new debuffs. I kind of wish they just like go back and revamp some of our champions we already have and give them these True, New, and Fear. Give them the Fear and True Fear. That way we could have some, maybe Dark Aethel or something like that could have some fear. That seems like she would do well with it. And then interface changes. So we have the new interface changes to where we can see the artifacts, we can see accessories, and we can see the glyphs. That's good. That way, hopefully it'll make it easier for us to go through all this stuff. And then we have this upgrade here. This upgrade is a big one. I hate sitting there and clicking over and over and over and over and waiting. This is going to be a tremendous help. And then these glyphs are going to increase. This is a small one. I'm sure the bigger glyphs are around 1 to 8%, 1 to 10% on some things, and speed might be from like 1 to 5, 1 to 6. There's going to be different glyphs. This is a 2-star, 6-star. It's going to be a lot powerful. So it's going to be fun. So that's all the new stuff I have for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, what is your favorite thing that you saw here and what are you excited about? And I will see you all on the next video.